I need to comment on this bill and the government's actions around Bill C-13, which is a 650-page document, Mr. Speaker. A new budget bill, not the same budget bill that was presented last spring, even though the government does have ways and means or orientation on it. Mr. Speaker, we're talking about a 650-page bill. We're talking about the government refusing any amendments. In fact, Mr. Speaker, beyond the refusing of amendments, last week this government invoked closure. And I know, Mr. Speaker, they'll rise and say, well, it wasn't closure, it was time allocation. It's the same thing, Mr. Speaker. They shouldn't try to play with Canadians in that respect. They invoked closure before 1 second of debate could happen in this House on amendments that have been brought forward. The Conservatives allowed some discussion on one amendment, and then they shut down. They used their sledgehammer. They removed any possibility of even 1 second of debate on other amendments that have been brought forward on this budget bill. A 650-page bill that most Conservative MPs haven't read, and yet this government has invoked closure, has invoked the sledgehammer, has refused to allow the kind of debate that has been a democratic tradition in this country, Mr. Speaker, since well before 1867, even prior to Confederation, but certainly in this House of Commons since 1867. We have not seen closure used to this extent, Mr. Speaker, 7 times in 35 sitting days. 7 times. A record that even the Liberals, at the height of their arrogance, are unable to match. This government has brought in closure 7 times in 35 sitting days. It's appalling, Mr. Speaker. And to say to Canadians they have no right to hear debate on a 650-page budget bill, to say to Canadians they have no right to hear what possible amendments could be brought forward on this budget bill, is doing a disservice and showing profound disrespect for Canadians from coast to coast to coast.